Talk about the 8 years of research, because there was 8 years of research in building this business before it became Uncle Nearest Distillery.
No. The research was going on at the same time. So it's basically 8 years now. I just haven't stopped. So leading up to it, this is the timeline. I read the story in June, the end of June 2016. Uncle Nearest was in the market July 2017.
What? How didn't I put that together?
Because of the amount of research.
Yeah.
Then people assume that...
I mean, you moved there. You uprooted. You moved there.
I was building the plane and flying it at the same time.
At the same time.
But this is the thing that has happened is I've never stopped researching. I've never stopped learning. Every single day, I'm learning something different, something new. I actually have, as a part of my goals for the year, so I don't set goals on January 1st.
Yeah, it's hard.
On January 1st, what I do is I think about and I write down all the things that I want to be goals for the year. And then as my days go on, I start taking stuff off. Because there's only so much time in the day. It's why I think they call the next Friday like quitting Friday or something like that, because most people are done with their goals by the third Friday of January.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we try to do too much. It's not realistic. So I will have my set, but I'll go for 6 weeks and whittle it down to what can fit and what's most important. And one of those things that made the list is every single day I do research on an American Titan. Every single day.
Every single day you do research on an American Titan.
Every single day, because the blueprints haven't changed.
No.
Every successful person, every successful entrepreneur right now, I can point you back to the blueprint of the Titan they're following.
Yeah. Who are you studying right now?
Right now, well, it's funny because right now, Vanderbilt is very much so on my radar, but so is Carnegie for two different reasons. But it's not even just them. There's so many Titans that we don't even think about that I study.
Yeah. And when you talked about the Titans, this was, I think, maybe before I came to interview you in 2023. Mm-hmm. And I got the big book of where it tells all the stories of Titans in America.
Tycoons.
Is that what it's called? It's a red, and it's huge.
Red and
huge. It has red. I took the cover off of it, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like a red book. It is like this thick. It has many stories from everything from people from the wellness to tech spaces.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this book. Okay.
But all the way back to oil, to gas, to automobiles. And when I heard you talk about the Titans, I got that book. Mm-hmm. I started delving into it at the top of this year because I said, okay, Brandy, if you're going to build a media platform, well, guess what? You probably need to know a few things.
The blueprint is already there.
Yeah.
There is nothing new under the sun. The only thing that we do with innovation is add to it. But if you buy a home and you can go online and you can buy a blueprint of a home that you like, but then you can make your tweaks to it, you can add to it, you can add another floor, you could do all these different things. But you started with the proven blueprint.
Yeah.
That's what I don't care, you name anyone who is doing something incredible. And if you're well read on the American Titans that have come, you can point back to the blueprint they're using.
Yeah. What's one thing that has aided you outside of the story of the Titans? I know faith is like the cornerstone of your life.
The foundation, the cornerstone, the pillars, the everything.
Is there a mantra, a scripture? Is there something that you use every single day?
No, because I study scripture every day. And so every day it's a different.
It's a new mercy you see?
Every day. Every day.
Yeah. Faith, I mean, working out is also a part of your regimen because I think sometimes people think you get to these high level of success, you get to this level, and certain things fall off. But
well, even for me, it changed because I used to do vinyasa yoga. I've done that for probably 20 years, 3 days a week. My trainer would be on video, and we would do this on, what do you call that? FaceTime.
Yeah.
Right? And every morning, that's how I started. and my schedule just kept ramping and ramping, and I had to keep canceling. And I said, okay, not taking care of my body. I mean, we're laughing about it, but me losing my 6-pack is not actually an option.
It's
like
not
this
an
is
option.
this is, and I'm a snacker, and I, I'm not one that gravitates toward healthy foods. I'm a soul food girl.
Yeah.
And so the question became, okay, how do I keep my body together? But I really don't have the time. I don't have the hour a day. And so I started testing different things. What allowed my body to stay the same? 100 sit-ups, 50 push-ups, 100 bridge lifts. That's all I do.
Every single day?
Every day, 6 days a week. And it's 15 minutes.
Wow.
15, 20 minutes, that's all I do. And it's been that way for the last year. And I can tell you that my body looks no different.
Yeah.
It's consistency. It doesn't matter what you do. It is just the consistency. People will ask me about my diet, and I'm like, y'all, it's just consistency. All the fluctuating back and forth. I'm not eating this. I'm not eating this. I'm not eating this. And then we swing back over. I was telling your crew earlier because they were eating some healthy stuff. I was like, yeah, I had oatmeal raisin cookies for breakfast. Like, because people will look at it and say that's junk food. Yeah. Okay, well, if I had oatmeal with butter and brown sugar and raisins, y'all would say it was healthy. So spread that sucker on a baking sheet, and that's what I have for breakfast.
And put it in the oven.
And put it in the oven.
That's it.
It's so ridiculous the way that we have decided this is junk. So most people deprive themselves of what it is that they really want. The problem is they still going to get to it anyway.
You sure do.
So you might as well just have it in moderation.
Yeah, absolutely. Having it in moderation. I mean, you speak to the consistency, though, Fawn. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've been consistently hitting the mark.
Yeah.
That is not by chance. Mm-mm. That is so intentional every single day.
Yes. I'm consistently doing my part. So it is, my goal is to always be obedient and to do what it is that I am called to do. So when I was saying earlier that middle of a crazy challenge, like insurmountable to most people, and the Lord was like, I need you to move on to the next one, because the next one, this is what it's going to look like, and I need you to be studied before it gets there, and this is what I need you to study. Well, most would stay putting out the current fire because that's how we're wired, and I have to be obedient and go, okay, he's got that fire, there's a new one headed my way, and he's already told me what I need to do before it gets here. So I need to get to it.
Yeah. The preparation is the separation factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You being prepared. But I think it's also the fact that you are drawn to competence. So you're drawn to competent people. Mm-hmm. And so I want you to talk about, for all those listeners right now who are in the middle of building a brand, a business, have a project that they're doing, how important is the team to your success?
I just realized you're like Harry Mack.
Who is that?
The white rapper that goes around and you give him words and he freestyles with the words you give him.
I have never heard of this white person.
First of all, you need to go on YouTube.
My team is over here doing this, and I need to know.
Go on YouTube and put in Harry Mack.
Harry Mack,
the most impressive freestyler you will ever see.
Really?
Most impressive freestyler. Harry Mack. But it just dawned on me because I heard you reading your notes earlier, and I was like, there is no way she's going to weave all of that in. And this...
I have done it.
And you have done it. Like, how in the world?
I have found a way.
I do not know how your mind works, but it's incredible.
Girl, I don't know either sometimes, Fawn. I be asking the Lord some days.
That is, I mean, your recall is, and especially considering you just did another interview before this, which means you did the same thing for that person. That is unreal. Okay, sorry. So look up Harry Mack after this.
I got my homework now.
I said, she read that in her notes before this began.
Because I told you said, now, Fawn, y'all got to know. Fawn said, you don't have to go over these notes with me.
Ever.
I said, you don't have to do it. I said, okay, well, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for me then. Mm-hmm. I think I might just be reviewing myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And you ran through this whole list. And as you were running through it, I was like, there is zero chance she's going to get to the bottom of that list. And you just got to the bottom of the list. That's insane. I don't even remember the question you asked me. It's so insane. Competence.
We were talking about competence, and building that team.
So I am drawn. our guiding principles for Uncle Nearest. The guiding principle number 1 is we do it with excellence or not at all. And when every person who has come into Uncle Nearest, we don't even post our jobs anymore. But before, when we did post jobs, I don't think we've posted jobs in 5 years. Now, because our team members, I want other people coming in to have the same mindset. We've built an incredible family culture, and I want people coming in that fit that culture.
Yeah.
And so our team members are who refer people in. We don't post jobs. But before, when we did post jobs, if you had seen an Uncle Nearest posting, what you would realize is it would have the title, whatever that title was. You'd click on it. There would be no job description. It would be our 10 guiding principles. And if you scroll through the guiding principles and you agreed with the guiding principles, now you should read the job description. But if you don't agree with all 10, don't even apply, because we have a set of 10 hiring principles, and every guiding principle has a corresponding hiring principle. So as they're doing the interviews, my SVPs or CBO or whatever, they have to check off all 10 hiring principles before that interview comes to me. So I just save people time. If you don't agree with these 10 principles, if you don't embody them, don't apply.
Because faith is also a part of the
our
principles.
guiding principles.
Yeah, they're a part of the principles.
Yep.
Hey, Fawm family, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, make sure to check out our full interview on our channel at Vault Empowers Talks. We don't just scratch the surface. We dive deep into the lives of some of the world's most influential leaders and change makers. Don't forget to like, to comment, and be sure to subscribe for more inspiring conversations. See you next time.